Okay, the old god stirs. Roads closed. Roads leading out of town were closed by the police. You'll have to find a new way out. Okay. Investigating places located outside of the mansion, village, mansion, forest costs 1% more doom. That is awful. Okay. Yeah, this run is not looking too good. It's a beautiful day. Anyone spying on me? Nope. Anything on the TV? A minor earthquake. Okay. Take a bath. I need some stamina. And let's go on our next adventure. That being the sorrowful saga of the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark writhing ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night, when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm, and the captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile ooze in their nets, and one by one they are disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. Okay, discard 2 item cards to complete this quest, of course. But I'm broke. I need to go to the police. Ugh, but can I really afford the doom? But I need money. Discipline, that was, yes, +1 stamina for every successful check. Yeah, I need some money. I don't think I need some patrols at the hospital. But I do want a little bit of funds. Let's take 2. I don't think I'm gonna complete this quest. Oh well, you start your investigation hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wanted to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. Search his flat for light source. Yes, because I've got the flashlight. You shine your light source in the dark closet and something glitters at you. You grab it as the moving company enters the house. Human skull. Random result after casting a spell. It twitches slightly. Constantly trying to speak. Yeah, no thanks. I prefer my flashlight. Thank you very much. Also, I don't have any spells, do I? I've got a abolish, but it's not really useful. Although you brave the stench for hours, you glean nothing besides the fact the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit? A sudden growl coming from behind the corner makes you stop. A ghoul, okay. 2 stamina damage, that is awful actually. 60% chance to hit. How about this? Okay, very nice. And then prepare attack and strong attack, and that's that. Very nice. And I still haven't gotten funds from the shovel. After all these combats, whatever. When you arrive at the fisherman's house, it stands long vacated. Peering in through the dusty window, recoil in shock. Gotta travel to the mansion, but that costs 1 additional doom. Corpses are strung up on wire, like macabre marionettes with painted smiles and rosy cheeks. -2 reason, of course. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. A final gruesome artwork, but that's just legend, right? File through the cupboard. I found you at last, okay. That's it? No combat? Okay. Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You look around, hoping to spot one of them. Need one more item. Oh, but I've got one fund now, okay. So that means I can travel downtown to the item store and get... what's that? Cigarettes plus one reason adds a new status, okay. I will buy an energy drink and then I will discard the two of them. Resolve the quest. You find a huge pile of nets and hooks prepared for the big hunt. You quickly throw them into the ocean. Maybe they'll stop them from sailing out. Okay, now I have to investigate the seaside, which will also cost me 2 more doom. Oh, damn. Dark forces scheme against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. Plus curse. Fearful. Lose 1 reason at the start of each enemy encounter. Ugh. That is not good. But it's also not worth traveling to the hospital. Yeah, that costs doom to heal injuries. I'll make do. Investigate the seaside. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies as he caresses his catch. The beating movements of his arms disturb you. You decide to enter a small shady bar. Yeah, I can buy him around. Get some XP for that. Which should put me close to the next level. Not quite. After a slow interrogation, the young man manages to stutter out something about an organized fish trip. Waves lazily wash upon the shore. You take a deep breath. The fresh sea air clears your head. Plus 1 reason. Very nice. You slip out at night and race towards the beach, terrified of what comes next. Well, no time like the present. The full moon shines bright on the cloudless night sky. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on board. Is that frickin' Umibozu? It's not sailors. The black beings must have left their bodies. Shocked, you watch them sail their way out of the harbor. You are terrified at their power, but relieved that they did not drag their meat puppets with them. The black beings never returned, yet mothers would not let their children play on the beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out on the waves, although some claim they see strange beings come into the port at night. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors, ending A. Nice. Okay, level up. What do we have? Art knowledge, folklore studies, or quick thinking? Art knowledge or folklore? I think I'll choose perception, yes. And also get some more strength. There's a guy here. Cut off from the outside world. Okay, we've seen that. Okay, next key. Can't see anything. Can I see anything here? Nope. Hold on, what was that? Oh, I saw you. Oh, it's just my mouse, okay. Anything on TV? Nope, because it's cut off, of course. Take a bath. I need stamina. And let's go. Next one, alarming account of abnormal arms. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed, with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found, and the apartment remained vacant. Okay, investigate the hospital location twice to complete this quest. I can do that. After I readjust myself. The door to her apartment was closed, and she lived alone. What other ways in are there? Maybe you can get the apartment plan to compare with other flats. First of all, investigate the hospital. As a part of the therapy, some patients took part in art classes. Some of their work fills you with dread. Minus the reason. Yeah, let's do it again. I just knocked the quest out right away. I wonder if I get different ending if I don't complete the side quest. While taking an elevator, you get a terrible feeling as if something bad is about to happen. The elevator doors open, but nothing happens. The Anatomical Museum archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellified bones. Minus 1. Come on. That's not fair. 50% no way. I can't afford to rest. I have to power through. Walking through the park, you find a little girl crying alone on the playground. When you ask what's wrong, she says that she can't find her mommy. Luckily, you spot the girl's address on a backpack lying nearby. I'm gonna let the police handle it. Oh, of course. Tell the girl to wait while you look for an officer. When you get back, she's gone. Oh, of course. My neighbor, she doesn't want to come. Here we go. Had this event already. Check the bathroom. Not a success. You don't enter the bathroom. Instead, you go straight to the building's boiler room. One pipe coming from the ground looks like it was welded to the central system recently. Where does it lead? Plus 5 XP. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna listen. You learn some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, if everything the man said was the truth, humanity is doomed. Well, at least I'll slow down the doom count a little bit. And I'm going to immediately use that once to rest up. Minus 5%, right? So I can afford to rest twice. Very nice. And now we're even. But still, my reason is not looking good. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. I also forgot to read the freaking quest logs again. You find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of sodas inside, but you really could use a drink. I only have one fund, so I'm gonna get the cheapest one. Success. You buy a can of off-brand soda and take a sip. It tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyways. Very nice. Oh, it didn't even cost me any funds. Very nice. One neighbor is complaining about her missing underwear. Okay. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Should read them. Yeah, electricity bill. I should have known. But hey, now when the guy comes, I can just pay with some blood and, you know, not a big deal because I've got so much stamina. Another neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. Telephone sounds and multiple voices are too loud for you to ignore. When you enter the apartment, everything turns silent. Oh, who are you? Hold on. There we go. Gossip Junkie, okay. 22 HP, minus 2 reason, that is awful. But maybe I can beat you in 2 fell swoops. Yeah, 85%, that should be enough. I should only be taking 2 reason damage here. Now resolve combat. Very nice. Let's check the building plan to find out if there's a place where all the vents connect. You find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? Well, at least I got some money now. At the price of reason, which is awful. Every room is connected by vents coming from the unused boiler room. Could it be? You enter the dark boiler room and trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long rubbery arm coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something vile and rotten. Oh, hi there. Ah, you almost fall to the ground when you see the wide open stare of the dead pervert. His elongated limbs stretching and disappearing into the vent's darkness. Inside his mouth, you find a tiny key. Okay. After the police arrive, the whole building gets searched. Following the arms, the detectives find the body of a man stuck in a ventilation shaft. Later, he is identified as the building caretaker. In his closet, police find pieces of underwear and voyeuristic photos of the tenants. You are questioned thoroughly and eventually released as the murder case is being covered up as a case of an unfortunate gas leak. Alarming account of abnormal arms ending A. Sweet. And I've got a tiny key. Can be used to open certain locks. Very nice. And I'll level up. Okay, what do we have here? Outdoorsman plus 1 luck. Focal size plus 1 knowledge and running shoes. Small doom penalty from running from combat. Well, I pretty much never want to run away. So I'm just gonna get luck. And some more strength. Heart of Darkness. Oh boy. The imposing shadow cast by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Lighthouse gets 1 additional floor. Okay. Take the key. Take a bath. For some desperately needed reason. Anyone here? Don't know what the deal with you is, but it is what it is. Another day begins. Oh, for a new item, empty bottle, very nice, very nice. So I should really check all my stuff every single day. Are we taking a bath? Yep, and let's head over to the last mystery. Mailbox is empty. Okay. So I guess that is just the lighthouse then? Okay, here we go. Enter the lighthouse. And go inside. Now let's see what this is all about. And I gotta tell you 2 things, that whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor. I'm gonna rest for... Really just 1? Okay. Ah, start climbing. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by a metal gate. The tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as a natural conductor, you will power up the gate. That's gonna... use stamina, right? Oh, 3 of it. Damn. Not enough knowledge. You grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve endings. The pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. A cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. The power box itself is covered in a weird moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water. But to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Okay, disconnected. Strength success. Weird goo burns your fingers, but you quickly manage to separate the faulty plug and connect the proper cables. With a buzz, the gate opens. Nice. Just how many floors are there? I don't know. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision, and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. Light your way, I've got a flashlight. The light source seems to somehow repel the darkness, and you continue to climb the staircase. Safe. Very nice. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped... Oh, wait a minute. Someone has been taking photos focused on you. The photos include the enemies you fought with. There's something wrong, but you can't precisely say what. Select the second enemy you fought this run. That was... Bark Woman was the first, then it was the Kinoko Gatherer. Correct. You rip the photo. Underneath is a tiny button. You press it and with a buzz the gate opens. Climbing up the winding staircase, you are stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. The ultimate opportunist. Oh, it's Takashi-san. Isn't that the gardener? I don't know. +2 Doom, okay. 26 HP and minus 25%. Yeah, just get freaking shoveled, my guy. Get freaking shoveled. I missed the first attack, okay. Force you to take a step back. Okay. I cannot kill you in one hit. Yes, that is 7. I'm just 1 damage short. In that case, I'm just going to guarantee an attack here. And can I do anything else? I could meditate. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Can I also assess the situation? Nope, okay. And then let's finish you off. Okay. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the center pillar. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. Fine. You manage to locate the door switch while avoiding the knives and glass shards will bust the gate opens. Nice. The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? No, the doom counter is, you know, for how fast it went up in the early game. It sure kept, I don't know what I was gonna say. Also, my mouth is hella dry, so... Refreshing. Stay hydrated, kids. As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. It will stir and slumber again and again, until the stars are right once more. Congratulations, you are safe. For now.